The topic is Africa. Is it the Africa we want? Sustainable development, everyone's responsibility. Am I right?
Correct.
Okay. So, what's your take?
I'm going to allow Dr. Temerson, who is the convener and executive president of Iconic Holdings International, to do an opening remark
Okay.
and officially introduce the topic because that is the theme of the summit that is closed on the 6th, that
Mm,
culminated with the awards.
mm,
And I will then come in terms of my views on it once he's done his opening remark on both the summit and the honors.
okay.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well done, sir. My name is Ambassador Dr. Louis Temisa.
Oh, you're
Uh,
welcome.
I'm the president and founder of the Iconic International Holdings, and of course, the convener of the Iconic Global Summit and Honors 2025. That was hosted in 6th of December in Southampton, Johannesburg, South Africa. Being the 6th edition of that very summit and an award event. So this year's theme is tagged The Africa We Want, Sustainable Development, Everyone's Responsibility. The theme stands to align with the AU Agenda 2033 and of course the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. And for the Africa we want that we all wishes and practice should be everyone's collective responsibility and not just for the government alone to do so. The summit stands to highlight it and advocate that, and of course create the awareness that social development that we all seek, the Africa we all seek, isn't the responsibility of the government alone, but everyone's responsibility to drive it to fruitfulness. So that's it.
Okay. Uh, Ambassador Malibu, okay. Could you unmute?
Thank you so much. I'm fully in alignment with what Dr. Temerson has just said in regards to where the continent is. And I think part of the reason we decided to onboard and partner with this event is based on the fact that the forward thinking, over and beyond economy, over and beyond social cohesion, the focus right now is on the African Renaissance. Where are we? Where have we been? And how we're propelling ourselves forward. So just with the theme that has been taken in close alignment with the AU Agenda 2063 on the Africa we want, and they tagged it, it's everyone's responsibility. My take is it's coming at such a crucial and critical time where Africa needs to move from being reliant on government, being reliant on systems, and we start saying, be the change you want to see. Truthfully, government has got its own part to do. Government has to create systems. Government has to give us protection. Government has to give us the basics. The private sector and the corporates of this world need to come in and now do business and create jobs and give skill. But it is a collective. Hence, we loved completely the theme that says the Africa we want, sustainable development is everyone's responsibility, meaning that we are arising to the occasion and understanding that if change is going to happen, it's going to take a collective, but you cannot fully get success if you're just dependent on the next person. You're going to have to activate that yourself and start creating a value system and a value chain of people who understand you need to be an active participant in the change you want to see. And the summit has really been groundbreaking in regards to the conversations that transpired. And it is the first of many that are coming ahead and expanding this conversation in regards to the who we are, the where we are, and mostly where we're going within the African Renaissance and this Africa that we want.
That's great. Dr. Mayor Kings, do you have any addition?
No, we're good. We're good. We're all in synergy, and the focus and the essence of the event and the theme of the event is currently now being things that are being practiced, particularly those that attended the summit and those that participated virtually. The awareness is now there, and it's only for us to keep creating and expanding the awareness of the African we want, and the fact that the development that we all seek is all of our collective responsibility. So we are good. We're on point.
Now, I think what I could derive from what the two of you have said, and even the theme of the conferences, it's everybody's responsibility, which I know is true anyway. But then, don't you think the leaders are kind of separating themselves from the masses?
I'm going to come in there, and I think the demarcations are there to start with. If we're not lived in a world that gave us, boundaries or demarcations, we would then have not been functioning as a society that we're functioning with or functioning within. But in regards to the leadership, and in this regard, I'm going to assume you contextualize it from a government perspective or leadership holistically, society from the people. We are dealing with a plague in the continent, and it cuts across a board, whether it's ECOWAS, whether it's SADC, whether it's the Horn of Africa or the North. We do have a crisis and a plague that is eating us off like a bad cancer, where leadership comes into office. And specifically in this regard, I'm going to speak from a political governance POV, where elections are then running and campaigns are run, there are promises made, and there's accessibility and availability of leaders to the people. But the minute they're inside the office, things change. And I'm going to do it as a two-tier. Number one, they automatically should change because they should remain protected. But number two, they change also because now they've got what they want. They've got the seat, they've got the power. It is so easy but somebody smart once said that there's nothing as drunking or nothing that gets you as quickly drunk as power. And once you have the power, it is very hard for you to let go of. So once they get into office, they get separated from the people because they're no longer focusing on the promises or the mandate as to why they are sitting on the seats that they're sitting in, the offices that they're in. They're now focusing on what they can get for themselves. But one of the biggest challenges that I personally have observed as I travel around the continent, we are over-reliant on government. We place our future so much on the hands of our leaders that we forget that we are more than capable ourselves to start deriving solutions. What we, in fact, should be doing is doing exactly what the iconic Global Summit and Honors did this weekend. Bring together B2B, business-to-business discussions, B2C, business to company discussions. Let's shift a bit away from government discussions. We need them to support because they own the system. But at the end of the day, we can all agree, government is not in the business of money. Government is not business, so they're not doing business. They don't have money to give away. But what they do have is what we need, and we need to support them to start rolling it out successfully, creating policies that are favorable for us to transact and to have intercontinental trade as Africans. Secondly, we need the government to start addressing our immigration issues that at this point in time continue to become an issue. On Saturday, convener Dr. Temerson said something so remarkable. He said, I want to place a challenge to the AU, even as we speak of the Agenda 2063. How do we advance the agenda when we still expected to have visas moving even within the same region? Why should a Zimbabwean need a visa to come, fly into a country that is 45 minutes per flight to land, do business, and go back home? We've got a saying within the tourism that you do your breakfast in Cape Town, you cross over to Cairo the same night, you sleep in Cairo, then you wake up in Maputo. While all of this are possible, in theory, we don't have them in practicality because I'm expected to first get a visa and get an approval. That stands in the way of the Agenda 2063 for the agenda we want, because if I can't move freely, it means I cannot achieve the things that I want to achieve. So I think we really, really need to start looking into how do we activate and how the government can make intertrading easier. As an example, Dr. Temerson will expand a bit more on it as well. We talk of the Free Africa Trade. That Free Africa Trade is just beginning. It was signed in 2021. But where we are today, we don't even have a follicle of what should be happening, because the same applies to trade. For me to even get my products to get to the rest of the continent, before I can even address the fact that money is not easy to access, let's just even talk of just being able to get to the third country, the fourth country, and the fifth country.
Thank you. I thought the other person appeared now, I think, and she has gone.
They're still linking her in. She's having some network connectivity.
Oh, okay.
She will be joining shortly.
Okay, now, no, these things, personally, I believe you can have good development if you don't develop institutions,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't develop structures. I mean, if you keep on, you keep on having, for instance, you're having coup d'etats and all those things. That means there's unrest. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Aha. You see, you should, one should be able to have a stable constitution, stable governance, and all those things. Then we'll now build on it. What do you feel about that? Dr. Mayor, go on. I mean, you are free to contribute. Dr. Mayor Kings.
Yeah, hello.
Hi. I mean, this is a discussion,
Okay, I was thinking you were directing the question to
No. I mean, just general.
Okay, can you repeat the question, please? Let me understand.
Okay, what I'm saying is, I mean, in the first instance, the African structure, right, is not perfect. Second, the institutions generally are not there, right?
Okay.
Then I now went on to the issue of coup d'etat and all those things. Now, all those things are forces of destabilization. Now, if even from one African country to another would not like to invest their money in a country that's always going through destabilization and all those things, not to talk of foreign non-African countries. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I now ask what your feeling is about that.
Okay. First of all, insecurity challenge is a general challenge across every part of the world. It's not just in Africa or Nigeria or South Africa or per se. It's a general problem all across the world. What I have to say in that regard is that the more we keep sensitizing our people in the aspect of how to make sure that they contribute their quota towards creating a better society for one and all to live in, the better for all of us. The truth is that, let me use Nigeria for example. There are a lot of insecurity that's happening in the northern part of Nigeria. And for those people that in the northern part of Nigeria that are causing the arrest, has certain leaders they listen to, certain people they listen to. And if those set of persons can come out and address them, definitely the unrest in those regions will definitely go down. It's a simple fact. It's a simple fact. Now take it to the east, sister part of Nigeria, where the Igbos are. The insecurity and unrest there, they have people that they listen to. If these people come out of sword to address them, definitely the unrest in those regions will stop. Now, for all our people across different parts of Africa and across good parts of the world, even the US, there's arrest, UK, there's arrest. It's not a thing of Africa per se. Now, the fact is that we all need to take it as a collective responsibility to sensitize our people for the interest of everybody and the interest of a better society, so that they know that this thing they are doing will further cause degrading, will further cause non-development of our region. For example, you made mention that a lot of industries, a lot of companies, investors wouldn't like to come invest in a society that there is unrest. It's a known fact. You even said even African allies will not even like to invest in another African countries. Talk more of the foreign investors that will come and invest in our place. The truth still remains that those that need to invest in our nation, be the foreign direct investors or our own local nationals. What we need to do is, as business people, is to contribute our quota towards creating an enabling society. There are peer awareness, creating awareness campaigns, even speaking with the government to do what they need to do. By so doing, the more like you already know that the more you talk to people, the more people understand. You will not just sit down.
Thank you. Because of our time. Now,
yes.
I just want Ambassador Appiah to contribute.
Okay, she's here already.
Yeah, she's here.
Oh, welcome.
Hello, Ambassador.
Hello, Your Excellencies. My apologies for being late.
No. We know how it happens. Yeah, go on.
I hope you are all well.
Oh, sure.
Basically, I really appreciate the iconic awards from the bottom of my heart, because this is going to be a start of a game changer for the youth and the women of Zimbabwe. This recognition have honored not only me, but the people of Zimbabwe, and also the women and the youth that I represent within the region and also in Asia. So right now I've already started my work. I'll be going to ministry to submit the award and to government entities, and definitely to the head of state and other head of states within the region as well. I've put a report together that we are going to start with amplifying the youth and the women empowerment. We'll be using this platform to make sure that we create more opportunities for entrepreneurs and also create a capacity building. Within that report, we have also put together strengthening Africa and Asia collaboration, where we are going to see that me as the deputy youth leader within the region would deepen the partnerships that open pathways and focus at border mentorship, trade, skills development, and innovation. We'll also be doing the driving agenda of 2030 initiative, which is the agenda that we are working with here in Zimbabwe, of leaving no woman behind, leaving no stone unturned, leaving every woman empowered. So under that agenda, we'll be working to align with more work initially, creating employment, uplifting other entrepreneurs that also will be able to create employment. We'll also be expanding advocacy for integrity and ethical leadership. This is inspired definitely by Dr. Patrice Lumumba. So, and also being honored with the award will be championing transparency, ethical accountability, youth leadership across institutions and communities. We are also going to launch a new regional program. And all this is packaged under this award and this ambassadorship. So we intend to introduce new initiative focused on digital transformation, climate action and economic empowerment for young women and emerging markets. And as Zimbabwe, we are looking forward to make sure that we host this great event, this program in Zimbabwe next year. It will really be an honor. So while I'm visiting the government entities starting next week and the head of state, I'm going to present my certificates and also put in a proposal that will be expecting all Africans in Zimbabwe. And trust me, the Zimbabwe way is going to be bigger and better.
That's
It's
great.
going to be very, very, very wonderful, because you'll be coming right into the arm of Africa, like we are carrying the whole of Africa on us. So it will really be an honor. Obviously, it's through His Excellency and his team. If they accept this proposal, we're really, really ready, and the government here will be very, very supportive. Because personally, I'm working, and as an organization, we are working with the various business people, business entities, influential people, government entities. They're going to be very, very supportive. There's nothing bigger and better having to be able to bring all Africans together in one room. And what you have done, Ambassador, for us as women, recognizing us from far as Zimbabwe while you were there, it's really an honor. And we're going to put not only your name, not only Nigeria, but your vision, this mission that you've shared with us. We're going to really, really make you proud. And we're going to put it out there as much as we can.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she said a mouthful, but what I think the theme is translating itself even as she speaks. It's not about putting Africans in the same room. It's about putting Africans who share the same vision. Hence, the theme of the summit and the outcomes are so pivotal to what happens next. Indeed, Zimbabwe is not an emerging market. It has survived the worst. Most people are saying Zimbabwe, is it still rising? Zimbabwe has risen. If you look at because we are contextualizing within the business right now, Zimbabwe and DRC are earmarked to be the biggest economies in the next coming 5 years. But when you look at Zimbabwe, and I'm not speaking of Zimbabwe from a distance, I speak from Zimbabwe because I'm doing business in Zimbabwe, but I partly grew up in Zimbabwe. And when you look at Zimbabwe, when you look at, areas like your Borodale, your waterfalls, your Westgate malls, that at some point were the biggest. They got dilapidated, but the interest is coming back. You've got the big diaspora in Zimbabwean market coming in, but the Africa we want is to start recognizing the strength of each country. Zimbabwe is on the top 5 most literate countries in Africa. South Africa literacy comes after Zimbabwe. Now, these are some of the strengths that we do not speak about. We do not project some of the strengths. And the part of the reason we decided to partner with why would be based on the reason as to what is it that we're doing to tell our own success stories. So Iconic Summit, holistically with everything they've been doing over the past 5 years or so, is truly an indication that the African Renaissance is here. And I did say to Dr. Temerson that one of the main reasons we work with him is because we're not about show. Because shows are happening every day. He is a man of action. Action translates into something bigger, and something bigger becomes something broader. So we definitely are on the right track. And congratulations to you once again with your award. And I'm going to boast a bit about Zimbabwe because it's my home in so many ways. Not only did she get recognition, Zimbabwe, we decided to recognize Baba Oliver Mtukudzi, who I work with very closely. I've been to his center in Harare. I've worked closely with him back to back in doing community work. And when you look at the kind of achievement he has made for Zimbabwe, for Africa, it speaks to the whole of SADC. We had one amazing Zimbabwean as well, a close friend of mine. He's a Shona rapper, Stunner. But in Zimbabwe, I've worked with the likes of and Henga, Take 5 and them. The creative economy is my closing remark. One of the things that you need to do, Excellency, there in Zimbabwe, we just signed an agreement with your Ministry of Women and Economic Development and Social Development, is to start emphasizing the power that Zimbabwe holds as one of the 7, what are they called? The 7 wonders of the world. The Victoria Falls is not just a decoration seated there. With the creative economy, Dr. Temerson with us here, when the opportunity does come for the summit, not only to physically get to Zimbabwe, we need to start advocating and promoting our own. When you look at a country like Nigeria, you go to Bauchi State, they've got, one of the only cold and water streams, cold and warm stream in the whole of the continent. Nobody knows that. When you go to Ekiti State in Nigeria, which is the land of the Yoruba people, they've got one of the most amazing streams. So from a tourism perspective, the creative economy, the entrepreneurial economy, it is time we start identifying significant and value proposition for ourselves. We project that. So by the time we land in Zimbabwe, people are not coming to look at the wonder of Zimbabwe. People have been educated, informed of Zimbabwe, and we make it our mission to talk about Angola the same, Zambia, and everywhere else where we are. But I am in total, agreement in regards to the time is now to elevate Zimbabwe. The time is now to elevate Nigeria. The time is now to elevate South Africa. Let's start moving with one voice. And where we are not spoken of well, we start being intentional to say Zimbabwe is neglected, it's misunderstood, let's correct that. Nigeria is stigmatized and misunderstood, let's correct that. South Africa is stigmatized, let's correct that. And the summit has started that conversation, and we look forward to what can only be better and best.
Thank you. Each of you is more than a textbook. You know what I mean? Because your Pan-Africanist ideas, and I love it. I love it. And I'm proposing that if you agree, I will have separate interviews with each of you. You understand? Then again, I think we should you should commend the Namibians. You know why? Because they've surpassed the gender balance.
They run a trio with president, deputy president, and speaker of parliament.
Even speaker of the house, secretary general of the, all those things.
Sure.
And I think they are doing good. Because of our time, maybe we should just give one or two people the time to maybe solidify their vision. Is that okay?
We'll hand that over to Dr. Thompson as the convener.
Let me take it from there.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having us on this session. First of all, it's a thing that I don't take for granted. Every opportunity I have to be able to be speaking on the media space like this, I always take it seriously. So thank you very much for attending this.
Oh, you're welcome.
To close my own final conclusion, I will still want to re-emphasize and reinstate what I said during the summit, that the African Union should do much more than what they are already doing. It's enough talk already. Before I was born, they have been talking. To this point in time, grown. They are still talking. Right about now.
I'm sorry to cut you. That's a revolutionary view. Even the ECOWAS. And by the way, I don't say anything wrong in maybe seeing what we can do with Ubuntu. I know the South Africans will recognize what I'm saying, and maybe the Yorubas will talk of Omoluabi and all those things. We have our own ingrained democracy, right? All this parliamentary and so on, they are not doing us any good. You understand? Because you see, we just spend and spend, but we are not seeing results. But that's another day anyway.
So as I was saying, it's enough time, enough of the talking. It's time for action. It's not just about the talking no more. It's time for action. One of the areas that we should take seriously is the aspect of creating a borderless Africa. And of course, that is one of the pivoted agenda of the African Union that they push currently. And to start that, I have advocated and I have said that the African Union headquarters in Ethiopia should lead by example by abolishing visa restriction for all Africans coming to Ethiopia. You cannot be the headquarter of the African Union and you are pushing a borderless Africa, hence you lock orders for other Africans to come in. So again, I will emphasize that the African Union should sit up and make sure that they do the talk and not just talk. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay. Go. Please, another person should give a closing remark.
We can cross over to Zimbabwe to please do a closing remark for us. I've wrapped up my views and I thank you for the opportunity. And I'm fully in support of having those one-on-ones when the time does permit, because the summit might be closed in terms of 2025, but the conversation has opened, and iconically, we have to continue moving forward and propelling ourselves forward as the continent. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, next person. Ambassador Marley Hoban.
I just spoke. That was me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What about
Appiah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
With me, I want to say Zimbabwe is open for business. You are all welcome outside of this great mandate and great vision. We'll be very happy to host you home. We'll be very happy to see how we can collaborate in terms of other businesses under the iconic banner, definitely, and how we can work together within the region, Africa and Asia, where I represent.
I hope. I'm sorry to cut you, please. I'm sorry. Please, I hope you give your emails to Ambassador Malio, so that we can schedule another interview. Everybody, please.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We have.
Because
inviting to Zimbabwe, we need to train Dr. Temerson to have an international stomach. He does not know that Zimbabwe we eat Sasa and Moriya. So prepare him ahead of time so when he comes.
We will definitely.
All right. Thank you so much.
I'm coming to Zimbabwe tomorrow. See you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.